Evening's varsity football game between the visiting Thunderhawks of Lakota East and your Colerain Cardinals. The Board of Education Superintendent, Principal, and Athletic Department of Colerain High School extends to each of you a cordial welcome. We are pleased you are here this evening. Colerain High School and Lakota East High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by high standards of conduct, competition, and sportsmanship. The athletes in this game are friendly rivals. While play might be intense, all in attendance are reminded that this is a game between student athletes and that sporting behavior is expected. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The officials this evening: referee Mark Ivey, umpire Daniel Guy, head linesman Tom Maffett, linesman Danny Wallace, and the back judge Brett Riesenberg.
I tried for 2 years once I heard about that because Rudolph's dad is our rep by our church.
Split the pot tickets are being sold throughout the stadium. We encourage you to get your split the pot ticket, and you could be our next winner. Split the pot. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, to join us in honoring our great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
Much they played it, they haven't got the lyrics.
This team is not really down, but it's okay.
How do you never play something? I mean, if you want to make a concept, they don't correct. I mean, it's the same stuff. They're going to jump in. Oh, yeah, they're going to play something.
For all the latest information, photos, and videos on all Colerain athletics, be sure to visit www.wearecolerain.com. Please consider joining the boosters and helping all the student organizations at Colerain High School. Registration is easy. Visit www.wearecolerain.com. Thank you for your support. Click to pot tickets, purchase yours, and you could be our next winner. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
The views and opinions on this broadcast are those of wearecolerain.com and do not reflect those opinions of Colerain football, the Northwest School District, or Colerain High School. Enjoy the game.
And welcome to 8801 Cheviot Road, Colerain High School. It's Colerain Cardinal football as the Colerain Cardinals play host to the Lakota East Thunderhawks. It is elementary night here. It is middle school band night. So it might take a while before the Cardinals get on the field, but they have really their first difficult GMC test. They've kind of had a build up. They had a mid-level opponent, some easy opponents, and now it really opens up here. Lakota East coming into tonight's contest undefeated in the GMC, 5-1 overall.
Yeah, and they're led by, you recognize the name, Coach Rick Haynes, the architect of the triple option. He was the offensive coordinator for Colerain State Championship teams. He's been at Lakota East for a while, but he hasn't hit far, has been to the Moeller Crusaders. But they put up 27 points on that Moeller team really early. So
happy note, if you get a chance to zoom in there, Mike, on the flag bearer, senior Kenny Willis, the UC, coming to the field tonight. So that's both a big up for the defense, and it's also a big up because we expect to see him get a couple plays on offense as well.
Well, he's another one of those dual threats here at Colerain. You have to have a senior leader out there on both sides of the ball. But what he does is instantly get the defensive back, who's been starting sophomore after sophomore all year, and they've been tested and they've been banged up. But it's going to give them some senior leadership and maybe a calming effort. And this defense has been playing good. Can they play even better with him on the field?
So resetting again. It's elementary night, so it's going to take quite a bit of time as they think they've finally gotten through the tunnel. Now the tunnel has to make its way off the track as the Cardinals take the field.
And as Brandon said, senior Kenny Willis, your UC commit, leads the Cardinal charge. Colerain, you'll see, is be wearing their home red white pants. The Thunderhawks from Lakota East be wearing all white black helmets.
Is that all white? I can't. That might be nope. Number 2 just has very dirty pants. Or not dirty, but maybe faded, I
Are you
guess.
checking on
Faded.
okay.
I thought it might have been gray bottoms, but it might.
No,
Not
here.
just the light on number
It's-
2.
Yeah. So the Lakota East had won the kick. They have deferred to the second half. Colerain will start the ball on offense.
Or will they?
We don't know. Yeah, everything's moving a little bit behind schedule, a little bit slower tonight.
I'm just saying they could return this for a kick. Lakota East could recover an onside kick or a fumble. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be offense. I'll stop.
So it looks like deep for the Colerain Cardinals going to be lining up Jason Young. We've seen him explode with the ball in the last couple. A fine receiver, along with Aaron Foster.
Back deep for the Cardinals, number 3, Aaron Foster, and number 24,
Trevor Hoffman will be teeing it up for the Lakota East Thunderhawks.
Taking off for the Thunderhawks. Trevor Hoffman.
Colerain not sitting too deep, not what to expect. Hoffman's not the biggest guy.
I will say Mel Crossity has also kind of stepped back. I don't know what. I think they kind of have Jason Young in a spot, expecting it there where he is standing at the right hash.
The kicker's teed up on that hash.
So whistle ready for play. Hoffman sets the Hawks, and the kick is up and away. Jason Young will field it at about the 15-yard line, try to find some space. Cuts through, stays on his feet. Rest of the Hawks clean him up. It'll get about the 24-yard line. And that's where the Cardinals will start their opening possession.
And there was a slight seam there, but it closed real quickly. Caleb Von Hosser makes the stop.
Good coverage by Lakota East on the play.
9-yard kickoff return.
Glancing at the Lakota East defense, their roster doesn't have height and weight, but I'm seeing some pretty good size along this offense or defensive line, led by Charlie Kenrich.
Zay Jennings behind center.
We'll talk about him a little bit later. Handoff. MJ Flowers plows through in about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Carrier.
Yeah, not much to read there. Straight dive right up the middle, breaks the initial arm tackle. We've seen Flowers just come alive in the last couple of weeks, but he picks up 7 on first down.
Second down, 3.
Be a second down and 3, ball spotted at the Colerain 31. They need to get to the 34-yard line. Wide splits tonight for the Colerain Cardinals.
Again, Flowers keeps it. He's hitting at the line of scrimmage, keeps it going, and he's going to be close to a first down, and they will mark him at the 35, and that'll be enough for a first down. Nathan Rosario, who is the leading tackler for this East team, was the first to make contact, but Flowers just pushes forward and falls enough for a first down.
First down, Colerain.
Yeah, ball's going to be spotted at the 35. If you can get that fullback established early, really bodes well for the offense.
Zay Jennings takes it to the outside, cuts it back up, and good
Ball carrier.
overflow by the defense. Blocking a good way off the cutback.
Looks like he just got past
Give him 1 second.
the line of
down,
scrimmage,
9.
and he's only picked up about a half yard.
About 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. Opening possession here at Colerain High School on what is a beautiful, crisp, cool October Eve. Cardinals take it strong side. Jennings gave it to Flowers, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be a gain, no gain, maybe a loss of 1.
Again, no read on that, just a straight fullback dive. Lakota East slants to the left, right where the ball carrier was going, just more defenders there.
Tried to use the formation and run the outside veer to the tight end side, and it just wasn't there. So 3rd and 10 for the Cardinals. I formation to the right. Jennings steps back, looking to throw, not there. He's going to cut back, step up, get past the line of scrimmage, but good defense by the Hawks, and he'll just pick up about 2 yards, and the Cardinals will be forced to make a decision to punt here on 4th down.
Yeah, he rolled out, and all the wide receivers are there one-on-one and really not comfortable with them being open, so he tucked it himself. Caleb Von Hosser is going to be setting up for the return around the 30-yard line.
Anthony Welding set to punt. Snap is low. It's bobbled. Welding, though, gets it off, and it's going to be a very short but low kick. It's going to get a bounce for the Cardinals. It's going to be
a block in the back right in front of you.
Yep, there's going to be the block in the back. Called. Return by Caleb Von Hauser.
Yeah, did a good job with the return. Got a good bounce so we can take off, but the gunner there for the Colerain Cardinals had him cut off, and yeah, in front of this entire crowd, it was hard for him to miss that block in the back. Oh, it's farther back than that, sir.
Five-yard penalty, Lakota East. First down.
So block in the back on the Cardinals that'll be walked off.
Wretched 10-yard penalty. First down, Thunderhawks.
So Thunderhawks will take over on their own 22 on their opening possession.
They've scored, as we said earlier, scored a lot of points this year. Over 35 in game. TJ Kathman at quarterback is their leading carrier.
We're going to see a lot of him and the fullback. Talk a little bit more about Charlie Kenrich as this game gets going. Of course, we already said that on defense, but it's going to be I formation, just a straight handoff to Kenrich, and he's got nowhere to go. Good defense by the sophomore, Tajon Banks.
Yeah, when I'm looking, they're running not overwhelming size on this Lakota East offense, but they ran just behind that Austin Searveld, number 72. He's a head taller and 25 pounds heavier than everybody on that field. But Colerain's speed up front kind of beat him on that side.
Good job by Cam Robinson to hold his ground here. Kenrich is committed to play at the University of Purdue as a tight end. Features as pretty much everything for the East. You'll see him on defense. You'll see him at as a linebacker. You'll see him at fullback. You'll see him at wingback.
Movement up front.
Penalty flag.
East with a penalty.
I guess Searveld must have heard me talking about him. Got a little bit antsy there. It's going to be offsides.
False start.
False start.
I don't know if we won't point out him. We'll just say the entire right side of that offensive formation.
Yeah.
Second down, 14.
Second and 14. And just like the Cardinals, this is not a spot that East likes to be in.
Although Kathman has thrown for 706 yards.
And they'll come out in the shotgun. They broke the huddle with 12 men.
Yes, they did.
A little quarterback draw. Kathman takes it, keeps it, and picks up the penalty yard. A little bit, basically picks up penalty yards, maybe a little more.
I think Coach Cutright is pointing out what you saw. They broke the huddle with 12.
Yeah, well, if he's running out for 11 men, they broke the huddle, so that had to have been. So, either way, it's 3rd and 7 for the Hawks. As we stated, this isn't your traditional Rick Haynes offense. They have thrown the ball 59 times through 6 games, which is a lot for Rick Haynes' offense. Kathman steps back. He's got one-on-one. Aaron Foster
picked it off.
Interception. Aaron Foster. He's in man-on-man coverage. Kathman throws it to the post, looking for the leading receiver, Kyle Poppy, but he just underthrows it, undercut, and Foster's there with the interception.
You know, that's an interesting route. It's just an out route right to the flag, but they were set up on the right hash, and that was thrown all the way across. That was a very long 7-yard pass.
Well, it's almost like, too, that wasn't the right route. Like, it's almost like he ran an out route and Kathman
should have ran a hook or a comeback.
Threw a comeback route. The way he floated it out there, but again, doesn't matter. Cardinals take over deep into Hawks territory. It'll be first down for the Cardinals at the Lakota East 33-yard line.
See if any changes are made. Cardinals has kind of tightened up the splits just slightly from that first thing, back to the traditional wing formation.
Handoff up the middle. Flowers. He breaks one tackle. He's down the sidelines looking for space. Not much there on the short side of the field to escape, but he bounces off the pile, keeps his feet going, and gets about 8 yards.
Yeah, Justin Green there comes up from his safety position to make a big hit. That was some contact right there. That's a big defensive back hitting a big fullback.
2nd down and 2. Cardinals try to capitalize on the turnover. Counter for Shannon. Cuts it up. He's got enough for 1st down. Not much more, but it'll move the chains.
Good work by this Colerain offensive line. Not much of a push, but they did occupy their men long enough.
Carries good for another Colerain first down.
So that ball will be spotted just inside the Lakota East 22-yard line.
It'll be 1st down for the Cardinals. Say Jennings working. We got Levert Jarmett here, has been on offense for this drive so far. Fullback trap. Flowers falls behind. He hasn't gone down yet, but momentum is stopped. He'll pick up about 4 yards there on 1st down.
Ethan Evans was in on the tackle.
Nothing fancy there, just a little fullback handoff trap there for the Cardinals.
Colerain kind of doing a little something this year. New offensive coordinator. I haven't seen the quarterback running to the sidelines to get the plays in a long time. They kind of hand signal him in.
High formation for the Cardinals. Jennings tucks it, and that was the right read by Jennings, but a missed block up front allows an extra defender to sneak through, and he's only going to pick up about a half yard on the play.
Jake Reisner on the tackle.
It's interesting. If Colerain maybe gets at least half of that, they might go for some 4th down. Struggling with special teams this year. Not sure if they're close enough for a field goal.
We do have this week for the first time in a long time. The play clocks are now up and functioning. The Cardinals are going to have to call a timeout there. It was just not well executed there. The Cardinals tried to switch in personnel, and it didn't work. But this is the first week, and I don't know. It wasn't just Colerain. I have noticed they're up and running this week, but for some reason they weren't. The scoreboard or the play clocks weren't running in previous weeks.
Oh, not just running; they weren't there.
Yeah. But it wasn't just running here. It wasn't in away games. I didn't see them running. I don't know what was going on. It might all just be happenstance, but they are running, and Cardinals weren't even to the line of scrimmage yet, and the play clock was at 8 seconds. So a timeout for the Cardinals here on 3rd and 5. To your point here at the 17-yard line, as long as you don't lose yardage here, I think the Cardinals are correct. Probably 4-down territory.
Lakota East really stacking the box. You got single coverage, kind of loose coverage. I don't know how strong Jennings' arms, but just a quick little pop pass or a slant to your outside receiver.
Gonna fake the jet sweep handoff. Flowers gonna be short of the line of scrimmage. Good idea for the Cardinals that just Lakota East stays home and doesn't bite on the fake.
An interesting decision, and it does look like the field goal team is coming in for the Colerain Cardinals.
So the fake jet sweep fullback handoff tried to catch them off guard. Lakota East stays home backside, so it will be a field goal attempt for the Cardinals. It will be a 32-yard attempt for Alex Young. Snap is back, kick is blocked, and Charlie Kenridge has it, doesn't have it. It doesn't matter
it's
what.
Still loose.
It doesn't matter here.
But if he had possession.
He never
no,
had possession.
Yeah.
Lakota East will take over near midfield.
Not sure where he came from, but Brandon mentioned him earlier. A big-time recruit makes a big-time play right there. And it wasn't that bad of a snap, and it went quick. He just got through that line.
So again, Talked about it earlier. Kenrich is going to be all over the field for the Lakota East Thunderhawks, and the Purdue commitment makes the blocked field goal. Can't capitalize with the scoop and score, but it didn't matter if the Cardinals recovered that ball or not. It was going to be Lakota East ball wherever it was recovered. It's recovered just short of midfield.
Yeah, and that's a big placement on the ball. If they miss that field goal, even if Corey misses that, it goes into the end zone. It's at the 20-yard line. With this block and the long fumble, Lakota East is going to start at their own 49.
So Kenrich will dot the I here. A little quarterback follow on the there. Nothing much for Catham. Picked him up about 3 yards. And that little extracurricular activity, that was all on the referee.
I was going to say the same thing. It was way after the play, but there was no whistle blown.
Yeah. Cathman went down after a short gain, but Kenrich kept going because unless they heard it.
We've got the windows wide open, and it's not that loud of a night.
Whistle,
yeah,
so nothing wrong there for Kenrich.
So he did pick up a 3.
So let's stay with that I formation. Out to Kenrich. Closes out there, and he'll pick up about 4 yards to make it 3rd down and about 3.5 for the Cardinals, or for the Hawks.
Yeah, already down to 3 minutes left in this first quarter.
We knew it was going to go fast.
But you got 2 option teams. We haven't seen a pass attempt yet, so this clock's going to be rolling all night.
We saw a pass attempt.
3rd down 3.
There was an interception.
That's true. So 3rd down and 3. This might be 2-down territory if they get again. If they get part of this back.
2 tight ends for the Hawks. Looks like they're checking the play at the line. Play clock's down to 3. Cathman keeps it. He's right at the sticks, and I think he's going to fall forward for a 1st down.
As their leading rusher does pick up the 1st down to the Colerain 40-yard line.
Need at the 39. They'll get the 40. It's a 1st down, Thunderhawks. Thank you, all of you listening on wearecolerain.com. Give a special shout out here as we can from the YouTube comments and from the radio at We Are Colerain email address. Thanks for Jim Shear listening from Florida and Lenny Lopez in California. And
again, the right side of the offensive line gets a little bit of a head start.
Yeah, but again, they're very slow at the whistle. Cathman, the quarterback, just stopped because you knew his guy. But they didn't blow the whistle till Myron Stanley was right on him. Myante Stanley. If they're a half second later with that whistle, Colerain Cardinal gets a free shot at the quarterback. I mean, they have been very late with these whistles so far tonight.
So that'll take it all the way back to the 45-yard line of the Colerain Cardinals. 2 minutes left in this first quarter. No score.
East with their 2nd possession. Cardinals have failed to produce any points on their first 2.
Again, the right side rocked back and forth. We're going to have another false start.
And it's not, I don't think it's not just the option team here. I don't think any team wants to start 1st and 20.
Well, especially you finally got for the first time into Colerain territory.
So East heading backwards so far on this set of downs. A little bobble.
Ball still loose. I believe Colerain Cardinal had jumped on it, just got an arm on it, and I believe Cathman took it right back. Fortuitous hop right back to the quarterback.
And that didn't look, it almost looked like when he went to put the ball out for the fullback.
He never had it.
I'd say I couldn't tell if he hit his lineman pulling it out to put it in the fullback, or he just never had it from the get-go.
Yeah, it looked like from my angle, he came away from center and never got it cleanly.
So 2nd and 22 for the Lakota East. They'll go out of the shotgun. Caithman going to keep it on a speed option. Cuts back.
Tackling the ball carrier.
He'll get some positive yardage, but it'll still be third and very long.
I tell you, Charlie Kendricks really works on both sides of the ball, but he came out there and led on this right side, getting up a little slow on that play.
And to me, this is the type of situation when you have long pass for sure shotgun situations. You might, I know he's a workhorse, but it might be a time to give him a couple of plays off because I think he's going to be more important here defensively tonight.
Well, he's dotting the I at this 3rd down and 18.
It's going to be he'll flare out, good protection, and they're going to go deep over the top, too far. Caithman had Von Hauser. He had beat the coverage, and I'll tell you what, you give anyone that much time, they're going to find someone open.
That was a beautiful, for an option quarterback, that was a beautifully thrown ball. Maybe a yard and a half, 2 yards max, a little bit too far, but he laid it out there.
I'll tell you what, not just the throw, for an option, and that's one of the things is as an option offense, it's not just the quarterback that's adjusted. Your offensive line, he had plenty of time. Those offensive linemen aren't used to pass protection as much. They don't get as much many reps of pass protection. This Colerain defense thrives at getting the quarterback, and he had all day to throw that ball. So Kendrich is also the punter for Lakota East. He's going to get it, just gets it off, and that's a good kick. Jason Young will let it go over his head, and that will curve. Where is they going to call it?
I don't know if the player actually got into the end zone when he stopped the ball, but he stopped the ball before.
At the 1 yard line.
That might be inside the 1.
Yeah. And that ball just got a very fortuitous curve.
Well, yeah, it was a nice high kick, but when it bounced, it took a right-hand turn. That's the last play of the quarter, Brandon.
After 1 quarter of play here at Colerain High School, it's the Cardinals 0, the Lakota East Thunderhawks 0. Both teams with 2 possessions, both teams with 0 points.
I tell you, field location, this is huge. Lakota East started at pretty much at the 50-yard line for this one. Colerain's going to be starting inside their own 1. Got to be smart with the football. And I'll ask you right now, Brandon, you know what the Cardinal record for the longest touchdown run is?
95 yards. Kelvin Cook.
Against Louisville Trinity.
Yep.
And matter of fact, that made ESPN top 10, didn't it? Plays of the week?
No idea. It was almost a decade ago.
Yeah.
So we'll settle. Cardinals drive will start, and I think they're just going to about the half-yard line.
You know, I've just realized what's kind of going on with the slow game here tonight. Spectrum is here tonight.
Yeah, so we're waiting on a TV timeout, which is very interesting considering there's no commercials, I don't think, on Spectrum, right? It's just streamed online, but unless this is the official Spectrum, like on Spectrum News.
Game of the week.
All the other games are just streaming. There's no timeouts, but as it is, TV timeout was over. Cardinals first down at their own half-yard line. Handoff, Flowers breaks through. He was awfully close. Great tackle there by Justin Green. He had thoughts of breaking that, maybe going 99 yards.
Well, from my perspective, I've got the corner beam of the building here. I didn't see it. I saw Jarman break through the line as the lead blocker. I thought he had the ball.
No, he was the lead blocker, but Justin.
But picks up 6 on first down.
And that's some breathing room. Same play. Just cuts it back. Stays on his feet. He'll be near the 10-yard line. They'll need just past the 10 for a first down. And I don't think that was anything other than an outside stretch play. And it's odd when the cornerback is the outside contained. Usually you think that as your outside linebackers, but.
And they're actually taking the ball all the way back to the 9-yard line, Brandon.
It really depended on where they called him down initially because he kind of was still fighting forward. So he needs just basically to get the ball on the other side of the 10-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Flowers cuts through the bodies out to the past the 15 for a Cardinal first down.
Colerain had a really hard time lining up right there. I'm not really sure what was going on.
Well, they brought in some extra, basically linebackers to act as tight ends.
They brought in Cachet as tight end. He lined it up on left, then he moved to the right, then moved to left.
I don't think Cachet knew where he was supposed to line up there. They finally figured it out. And they'll stay with that big formation. 4 linemen to the left, just 2 to the right. They'll go to that short side. Jennings keeps it, tucks inside. Kenrich does a good job getting over top of the blocks because if he doesn't get there from the backside, Jennings has 6. I don't know what it's called now, but this formation used to be called tank. 4 linemen on one side, 2 on the other.
Yeah, they used to give the extra lineman a tight end number.
I know this because that extra lineman was me.
Yes.
When this formation was first implemented here at Colerain under Haynes in 2004. And they'll stay in it. Jason Young going to take it on the jet sweep. He's got some blockers behind Jarman. Stays on his feet, out across the first line of game. Past the 30, and it's another Cardinal first down.
I like this formation for this play. You've got 2 tight ends on type. There's no wide receivers out there, and Lakota East is packing them up. So you've got everybody within the tackle box. And if you can
you either get the edge or you can
get the edge here, and what he does
follow your blockers to the inside.
Yeah, and what he does right there, he's not the biggest guy. He can hide behind that mass of humanity, and he finds a little crease.
So they'll stay in this big tank formation. Nope, don't go too tight this play. Still with a big.
Still no wide receiver spread out wide. Everything packed in tight.
They'll go counter this way. Shannon. Lavert Jarman with it, still on his feet, spinning around. Jarman did everything he could to break tackles, but if you're still off balance, it leaves Harrison Buchette to get a free shot and a loss of 2.
Yeah, crowd responding right there. It took 4 monster hits. Jarman, your star linebacker playing running back there, used to dishing out the hits. That time takes a couple. We heard some oohs and ahs from really both sides of the stand.
That's one where Jarman was breaking tackles, and he's off of his balance, and it sets up.
You're almost better off to go down at that point.
Yeah. Cardinals back to the I formation. 2 wide receivers to the right. Jennings takes it, keeps it, cuts it up the middle, pushing forward, and he'll get a little bit of aid from Lakota East as the linebackers trying to make the tackle, push him into the safety, trying to take him down, and there's 2 linebackers pushing him into safety. He got about 2 extra yards there thanks to the way he was tackled.
Yeah, low man wins the battle there in football. As I said, he made contact, and it was more of a catch tackle than a hit tackle by the initial stop. Everybody else hit the pile and pushed the pile.
So Jennings with about a 7-yard gain makes it 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals here on 3rd down.
7:50 left to play till halftime.
Just a straight handoff up the middle. Shannon
First
carries a defender past the line to gain. Still on his feet.
Come on. These referees are going to get something. You like a kind of a slow whistle, and everybody's pointing the balls down, but his momentum was stopped a long time before they pushed that play dead.
And a little bit of surprise. They just went straight ISO, handed off to Shannon, and he picks up the first down.
Yeah, old school I formation, give it to the 2-back. And it really looked like the hole was plugged up there. He just kind of got a little bit skinny and found a crease. Ball spotted at the 43, 7:24 left to play till halftime.
The Cardinals running low on the play clock will have to call a timeout.
I don't know if that was reset. Coach Cutright.
Coach Cutright was upset. I don't know exactly. We're not upset. He had some special instruction there for number 52. That's your starting center, Ed Lockwood. He brought Lockwood out of the huddle to give him some special instruction, and I don't know what it was specifically. You can't. There's nothing obvious to us up here why he brought Lockwood out of the huddle to give it. It kind of threw everything off, but that's still on the rest of the coaching staff. It doesn't matter if that one player's out of the huddle. Everyone else the coaching staff still has to get the play in everyone else, and he can catch up from whatever separate instruction he was getting.
Yeah, but I don't know if that slow whistle or when they started that play clock. That I didn't see it when they started it, but it did not. That seemed a very short period of time in between plays. But you're absolutely correct. It's the first time you've got the big red numbers in the end zone.
Cardinals back to their traditional one-time receiver, 3 backs. Jennings keeps it, lost it, and it's still on the ground. Looks like the Cardinals recover it, and that was a very good play. I didn't quite catch number. I want to say that was Nathan Rosario, the leading tackler. He closed down on the fullback, but Jennings has got to be stronger, the sophomore. Rosario closed on the fullback. Jennings makes the right read, but Rosario sticks a hand down as he's tackling the fullback and knocks the football away.
Yeah, he thought he was past that initial contact, so he takes the ball away from his body a little bit, and just that little bit of contact took it out. So a huge loss, takes it back to the 39-yard line.
Cardinals offensive lineman comes away with it. So Cardinals do retain possession. Jennings lost the ball again. He went to throw, and it just came out of his hand.
Yeah, it looked like when he went to cock the ball, he almost hit himself in the thigh with the ball. So it's a good thing this happened in the middle of the field, and when they were near the end zone. They got out of the danger of their own end zone, but they're heading back that direction. They're going to have a 3rd down.
Ball is at the 24. They need
29?
Yeah.
Almost 30 yards.
So this is just about getting some yardage back to keep the field position. Handoff, Flowers up the middle. He'll get across the 25, get a couple yards, but Cardinals will have to force the punt inside their own 30.
Clock under 6 minutes.
Charlie Kendricks in on the tackle for the Thunderhawks. Now deep, Caleb Van Hooser.
Not a very good snap last week by last time out by Jaden Folsom. The ball bounced to Weldon, who barely got it off. Much better snap here. Weldon sets. Not a great punt. And it will end up in Cardinal territory. So Lakota East with some great field position. Just
Just across midfield.
Well, no, it's not. It's not across midfield. It bounced back. So it'll be almost about a
That's across, depending on which side that you're.
No, it never crossed because he was punting from this side. So less than a 20-yard punt for the Cardinals, and again, Lakota East has the ball in Colerain territory. Kaufman under center. Takes it, keeps it, forced to pitch. Caught Myrick out of his safety position. Closes down on the running back and holds Nick Rabin to no gain. Corey Myrick came out of, or sorry, Tayshawn Banks shot out of a cannon on
it looked like he had the corner going out there. It looked like that was the perfect option play. Pull it out of the fullback, pitch it outside, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Shot out of a cannon. No gain.
Under 5 minutes to play in the half now. Banks came out of backside safety to close down on that. Still in the I formation. This Kendrick's dotting that I. Kaufman has it, hands it off fullback, and Eric Davis doesn't have anywhere to go. They're going to give him about a half yard on the play.
I give Lakota East the all baseball name.
Trevor Hoffman,
Eric Davis.
Just those two. But still.
A couple Hall of Fame baseball players playing high school football again.
Pick up on a play, brings up 3rd down, 9.
So 3rd and 9 for the Hawks. I formation. Kaufman steps back. He's got his slant underneath. He had his man on target, but I think he's going to get tackled short of the line of gain. incomplete, and it'll be 4th down for the East.
Yeah, trying to find Kyle Pop on a quick little slant there, but safety reads it, and he might have heard steps a little of that because he kind of shortened up his steps and his arm shortened a little bit.
4th down, 9.
But 4th down and 9, not much happening. 3:56 left till halftime.
Jason Young, deep for Colerain.
Across into Colerain territory, your best athlete is your punter. Kind of an interesting area with no offense really happening. That see if Rick Haynes could do something weird here.
Snap is back. Kendrick keeping it, and he breaks one
Short.
tackle, but he will be knocked down short of the line of the gain, and the Cardinals take over at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, your best athlete with the ball. And he had a shoestring tackle. And Brandon said he stretched out 1.5 yards short. So
Yeah,
Colerain,
he got hit in the legs about 6-7 yards short, and the big man kept his momentum going but just couldn't stretch out farther
yeah,
enough.
he needed just outside of 38, and he got tripped up at the 45.
Yeah,
A
thereabouts.
half step and kind of stretched his body out.
The big man showing his athleticism, but just not enough.
Did you see who got the tackle on that one?
Absolutely not. That's your job. It's actually mine as well. But Cardinals, 3:48 to play. They only have one timeout, but still plenty of time to work here to put the first points on the board. Quick pitch outside. Amir Shannon trying to find some space. He picks up a decent game and I'll tell you what, a really good block on the edge by Mikkel Satterwhite. Caleb Vonneharzer was closing to make the tackle in the backfield, and the little sophomore, smallest guy in the field, gets the block on the edge.
Yeah, a solid 6-yard gain and gets out of bounds, stops the clock.
2nd down, 4.
I don't think stopping the clock matters yet. Get a first down into the East territory, then maybe the first down matters. Satterwhite in motion. Handoff up the middle. Flowers going to plow forward. He's going to be awful close. He's going to be about 1 yard short. Needs the 50, give him the 49.
Jaden Palmore-Lett was in on the tackle. 3-yard pickup, 3rd down, 1.
3rd down and 1.
All resting on the Colerain 49-yard line.
3:11.
Left to play till half.
Trying to come up with a 3:11 joke, didn't come. Jennings takes it, hands off Flowers, pushes ahead across midfield. He's going to have enough for the first down. And Cutright, like you said to his point, he is very upset with the referee, just saying blow the whistle. Blow the whistle. And it's not like one team is taking advantage, but
Well, you
seems
want
like-
them to give the runner every opportunity to break away.
see, Cutright.
Ball now
But to Cutright's point, they're scrapping at the ball. If they're gonna, if the
Yeah,
play is assumed but the whistle's never blown, it's one of those where you get a cheap turnover like that.
And there's some nasty things that go on in those pile-ups.
So first down for the Cardinals, just across midfield, 2:40 to play now. I formation, handoff, Flowers, bounces off of the tackle, still keeps his feet going at him to the right side. Couldn't get off, tried to cut it back, take it backside of the play. Couldn't get off of the line of scrimmage. Could have had more, but it only scrambles, can picks up about 2 yards on first down.
That's something out of nothing there. Lakota East had blown it up in the backfield, and there was no hole for him to run through.
Cardinal substitution, Kissay and Jarman now coming on defense.
I almost like to see
Or excuse me, offense.
maybe release a tight end right in the middle of the field. Lakota safeties are really cheating up, and Colerain doesn't throw to the tight end as often as they should.
Under 2 minutes to play now. It's just a straight fullback dive. Off of the blockers, across the 40. They're going to give him the first down.
Might be just short.
They're going to take a timeout to measure.
Benny Powell was on the
And Tabron Benny Powell makes it. If he doesn't make that tackle right there, Flowers has got
That
a
was
lot of
it.
room to run.
That was perfectly blocked. They're going to call it. Nope, they're going to call it third down and wind the clock now. Under 90 seconds to play. In the half.
Get the first down. Don't worry about the clock at this
You
point.
get the first down, then you worry about the clock.
Wait, Lakota East is making a substitution while the clock is running, and the referees are allowing that.
There's going to be a straight handoff. Flowers gets it across to the 35. He's got a first down on minute 4 to play in the half.
Lakota East with that allowed late substitution.
Well,
Ran out about 15,
Well, the
18
problem
seconds on
was
it.
the referees should have stopped the clock. It was an equipment issue they came off for. They should have stopped the clock. They did not, though. So it'll be first down. Cardinals quickly to the line. 1 minute to play in the half. They got to get going. Jennings rolls, motion, looking, backside post, it's guarded. He's just going to tuck it and run, looking for some space. He'll pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards, depending on where they're officially mark him. They're actually going to mark him, it looked like he was short of the third line. Going to mark him at the 31-yard line. Picked up about 4 yards of the quarterback scramble.
Yeah, he had him one-on-one on the outside, but just didn't have time to set his feet to throw it.
Yeah, and that was one.
And
I think that was more trying to catch the defense. They ran everything left the receiver kind of stalked to the backside, trying to catch him napping. So second down, 42 seconds now. Cardinals still under center. In motion, handoff, Flowers forward, and he's going to get only about 2 yards on the gain. Cardinals got to get going.
Down to 28 seconds. Still have a timeout left. You don't have multiple plays called that you can go right from the huddle?
I don't know why they're even in the huddle. We have armbands with plays on them. Jennings takes it, looks, not going to have time. Well, he does. He steps through. Going to try to find some space still on his feet. He'll
10,
be down to about the
9,
20-yard line.
Stops the clock.
9 seconds to play the half.
Colerain's going to jump up real quick and ground the ball.
For another Colerain first down.
Jennings takes it
Down to 7 seconds.
with the spike.
This is a little bit, if he had the last field goal attempt blocked, this is a little bit farther
7
out of the
seconds
range.
is almost one of those, do you really have enough time?
You have to throw it to the end zone or it's
well,
all or nothing.
no, you have a timeout. You can call a timeout.
Get a quick out on 10.
But to the point, it's I don't.
You
Do you
can't
have time to get to the end zone in 7 seconds?
or do you have time to get to the sideline?
You have time to get to the sidelines, and they have a timeout in the pocket. I just wonder if they have time to get to the end zone.
That offense is staying on the field.
It's not a matter of running 20 yards in 7 seconds. It's the whole play developing in 7 seconds.
Rick Haynes is going to call Lakota East use up one of their timeouts.
And it's not just like, hey, they can run to the end zone in 7 seconds, but the play has to develop. You have to have the human time to take into factor of a human referee.
Well,
Your coach has to call timeout.
I'm looking maybe
the referee has
yeah.
to grant it. The guy next to us keeping the clock has to hit
We
the
see
button.
these referees aren't the quickest
And again, they're
to
not
the
quick with
whistle.
whistle.
But this is almost maybe if you've got a little bit of soft coverage, a quick little 5-yard out to get your
Get some
kicker a little bit
yardage,
more.
yeah. But again, a lot of time wasted there on third down, getting the play in. I mean, the play previous play snapped at 42 seconds, and you ran on the clock all the way down to 9 seconds on the next play before the next play ended. So a lot of time wasted in between plays there.
You've got to have some type of 2-minute offense where you've got multiple plays called.
I mean, they have wristbands. Just call a number. This isn't.
your backup quarterback lot.
So they ran. Here's the thing. Not going to have a chance to kick a. So, option verse with the incomplete goals. Score on the final 1/2 of play. 0-0.
Come back with a backup play in the area.
Ladies and gentlemen, Northwest Local School District is building an equitable future. We are asking all staff members, families, and community members to take our master facility plan survey. Our stakeholders have envisioned 5 different facility options, and we need our community to select their favorite master facility option. QR codes to access the survey are at the concession stands and the entries. Be sure to listen to the video included in the survey before getting started. Hurry, the survey closes Tuesday, October 5th, 2021 at noon.
The last game of the year. Easter versus West. That's usually their last game of the year. Last game of the year. That's a big rivalry.
Once again, we'd like to thank our new corporate sponsors, Rumpke, K-Mon, and Pure Lawn Organic Lawn Care. If you are interested in becoming a sponsor, please contact the athletic department. All the latest information, photos, and videos on all Colerain athletics, be sure to visit www.wearecolerain.com. And please consider joining the boosters and helping all the student organizations at Colerain High School. Visit www.wearecolerain.com for more information, and we thank you for your support. NovaCare Rehabilitation, the leader in physical therapy and athletic training, is the exclusive athletic training and physical therapy provider to Colerain High School and over 27 area high schools, middle schools, colleges, and professional teams. From football players to soccer moms, and from weekend warriors to working professionals, injuries happen, and when they do, let NovaCare's team of professionals get you back in the action. For a center near you, call 909-3460 or visit www.novacare.com. Attention all spectators, per GMC bylaw and Colerain High School policy, spectators are not permitted on the field at any time at the conclusion of tonight's game. We thank you in advance for your cooperation.
I remember they used to say that in 2018, and we were all, even the fans, like in this, not the student section, but pretty much everyone would rush the field.
And once again, any spectators must have a ticket to enter the stadium, and spectators are not permitted to stand or view the game from the surrounding fence lines. Anyone doing so will be asked to leave. We thank you.
I wish I had a house along the fence line so you could just watch the game. I wish it's like a giant cereal bowl. Of course it's gonna be on mud. I remember one time at football practice, we practiced on grass. We were freshmen, and we had to get that fancy dirt. Pouring down rain, it was a slop fest. My coach owes me $5 because he said whoever slides to the mud pile first gets $5. I go head first into it. Even if they did, I would just put the pressure on the job. I'll never get started there unless you play good Colerain, which is probably one of my Colerain side stuff. I don't care if I get kicked off the field. I'm planning on transferring somewhere else anyway next year. Damn, what's up? They got a good school, but they have no sports. Yeah, a couple of years ago, they had a few good teams. I remember, I still got that one towel from the battle in GMC. I remember it's on the plane. As soon as they go off the plane, you know what you want to do. You want to do that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Give me one that's getting fast. I need a lot of air coming down here. But I remember, I don't think Fairfield's had a good team since. They just went downhill. Yeah, that was the year Tom left. Yeah, unless our defense scores a touchdown. Unless our defense gets a touchdown, I would not be concerned. First pick six in the season is not going to happen. He has to be better pass it. They suck. His mark is too high though. It's more like this. It's better if not. Yeah. Oh, that was just way too high. I think he's one decent one.
And welcome back here to Colerain High School. Colerain Cardinals 0. Dakota East Thunderhawks 0 at halftime.
Yeah, not much to say stats-wise. I believe the stats may be a little off from the ones that we've got, but I'll share with you what I've got. Colerain has run 32 plays for 98 yards. Lakota East, and with our stats, credited 12 plays, negative 19 yards.
I don't think that's correct.
I don't think that's right.
I think it would be correct to say neither team has over 100 yards of offense.
Yeah, leading rusher Charlie Kendrick, I believe he got most of his yards on that fake punt, leads Lakota East with 13 yards. MJ Flowers, 17 carries, 62 yards. Zacharias Jennings, 9 with 15. Neither team has completed a pass. TJ Kathman is attempted 3 times with 1 interception. Colerain 2 punts for 27 yards. Lakota East 1 punt for 47 yards. Leading tacklers Harrison Buquette for the Lakota East has 6 tackles, along with Nathan Rosario. For Colerain Cardinals, Tayshawn Banks has 4. Lavert Jarman has 3. And when you got a 0-0 game, that's all the stats we have.
Other scores around the league, Mason leads Sycamore 23-13 at half. Lakota West put a touchdown on the board in the final minute of the first half. They lead Fairfield 28-0. Princeton 23, Middletown 6. Hamilton 29, Oak Hill 7. The big surprise tonight, number 1 team in Ohio, number 10 team overall in the country, defending state champions, St. Xavier Bombers, playing Louisville Trinity, the defending big school champion in Kentucky. However, that Louisville Trinity team has not won a game this year.
They played one of the toughest schedules in the country, but they're still 0-6.
But the 0-6 Trinity Shamrocks lead St. Xavier 13-10 at halftime. It's the first time St. X has trailed since week 1. It's the first time since week 1 they are not going to get a running clock, I think. Or no, the first time since the semifinal game last year that they have a running clock. Elsewhere, Indianapolis Cathedral leads LaSalle 21-0 at half. Elder and Moeller are scoreless. That's because they don't play till Saturday. That game is not started. At halftime, Anderson leads Winton Woods 10-7. Springfield leads Springboro 19-0. Harrison over Mount Healthy 10-7. Edgewood over Northwest 28-6, and Tippecanoe leads Troy 17-0.
And we get ready here. Started here for the second half. Remind you, Lakota East won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they will start with the ball. They won the field position war so far against Colerain, but neither team has got close enough. Colerain had a field goal attempt that was blocked.
33-yard attempt was blocked. 32-yard run on that spot. So that's really the closest either team has really gotten.
Yeah, Lakota East had a big punt down to the Colerain half-yard line. Colerain had a nice drive getting out of their own end zone, but then stalled at the 50 and then turned around and kind of drove back to their own 35. So where Lakota East came in averaging over 35 points a game and Colerain's offense was clicking tonight is a defensive battle.
You know, the way this game has gone, defensive battle, this would be a bad spot for a little pop-up to an open spot, maybe a surprise onside kick. They're not going to do it, but it would be a good time for it.
Yeah, Lakota East just putting one man deep, seeing that Colerain last week squibbed everything. Looks like they got 3 return men just sitting right across the 15-yard line anticipating a squib.
Tabron, Benny Powell back deep for the Hawks. The kick will be squibbed. The up man kind of misplays it. It'll be filled by Benny Powell at about the 10-yard line. He's not going to get much more than that. Cardinals pin Lakota East inside the 15-yard line.
That was the best, ugliest, most effective squib kick I've ever seen. You've got an oblong ball that you're never going to get true hop, but that almost turned sideways and rolled, a barrel-rolled football. Never came off the ground.
And Nick, the up man there on the return, Nick Brady, tried to field it, and he just couldn't get a clean look at it and let it roll. And by that time, Benny Powell had stepped up to return it, but he's met by Temsin Kassay right away.
Yeah, the deepest starting position for Lakota East. The ball spotted at their own 14.
Caseman sends the man in motion, keeps it, pitches, gets some space on the outside. It's not going to be a long run for Kendrick, but it's going to be enough for a first down.
He put the big man there at wing back, and he takes the option pitch. A lot of times you got just lots of speed on that, and they just run away with it. He's more of a power runner.
Lakota East is interesting. They're really making the safe. They're not splitting the guy who out wide very much, and they're forcing the Cardinal safeties to kind of be the man on the outside. Out of that formation, not out of this I formation. But handoff Kendrick. He's going to take a straight dive up the middle. He doesn't have much to gain at all. He's going to fall forward. They're going to give him about 2-3 yards on the play. Just across the 30.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Pre-game stats for this. Their quarterback was pretty much their leading ball carrier, so I was maybe expecting. We've seen one quarterback draw out as a shotgun formation, but it's pretty much been triple option, either a fullback or halfback running the ball.
Just the way they blocked it. A lot of pressure on these Colerain's young safeties. It's a good, smart move as he brings the man in motion, brings the man the other way. Forced to pitch outside. Good play to the outside and well designed there. Gets the edge and enough for the first down.
And wide receiver makes a good block, and that's 2 consecutive plays where the defensive back couldn't get off the wide receiver, and the pitch man runs free for an easy gain.
And we talk about it sometimes with these 2 sophomores that sometimes they might get in the from the safety spots that you might pick on them because they might blow a coverage. They're not the most aware in the passing game, but so far tonight it's really been the Lakota East has said, hey, you got 2 sophomore safeties. We're going to challenge them to be the ones to make the tackles on the edge.
And it looks like they've gone heavy on one side too.
Caseman keeps it. Jarman gets him in the backfield, and that'll be no gain.
Yeah, Lavert Jarman blows up that the option by getting actually between the quarterback and the pitch man. He turns him inside, but he had nowhere to go inside, so he actually gets off his man and makes the tackle himself.
It looked like Foster was the pitch read, so Kaithman tucked it inside, but Jarman got off his block to make the tackle. They're going to say he fell forward for about a half yard. So 2nd and 9 here for the Hawks. And in motion, left side. Cardinals. Kaithman tries to slice through, and he does a good job of getting something out of nothing, TJ Kaithman.
Yeah, Colerain had made an adjustment there and they played that option perfectly. He should have not had a gain at all. Makes this a little bit more makeable, maybe about 3rd down and 5.
And that's a well-coached, well-trained senior quarterback. He did the one thing that the quarterback in the option run that Rick Haynes is taught to do. If the defense doesn't make a decision, you make it for him. Step up and try to get as much as gain.
Yeah, he makes the pitch. They might lose a yard there.
They
doesn't gain much,
they
but
tried to kind of play in between, and he just said, "I'm going to take what I can get." Kaithman going to take it out of the shotgun, working to Kenrich on the flat, and it's going to depend on the spot. He is right at the marker.
Well, the referees are moving the chains before calling to spotting the ball.
They got it. Based on the spot.
Well, they
moved it. He had the first down. I don't know what you're saying.
No,
they needed that yard line, and that's what they got.
Right, but they're a ball short of the 47 and
they needed the 48. They're past that line to gain.
Right, but look at the chains. The chains are on the other side of that hash. There's a half-yard difference between the ball is spotted and where the chains are.
They needed less. They needed one less yard. Just a handoff to Kenrick. He breaks the tackle on the backfield. Banks hits him.
Ball came loose, but I believe he was down.
Call him down.
And finally, we get a whistle.
Kendrick was hit in the backfield, but the Purdue commit spins off of it, falls for, and he doesn't stay on his feet, but keeps his momentum and body up enough to almost fall for 5 yards.
Yeah, he's not your typical running back. He's just the biggest, strongest guy out there. He's listed as 6'3". I would put him 250, 240 maybe.
Slot slated to play tight end at the next level. He's the man in motion. He's going to take it. He's going to find the edge, breaks through the Foster tackle, falls forward. Foster's there. He's going to limit the gain, but again, Kenrick falls forward, and this will be right near the line to gain.
5-yard pickup, 3rd down, 1.
Nope, they're not bringing the chains for a measurement. It's for an injured Lakota East Thunderhawk. They'll be about a half-yard short.
13, St. X 10, Cathedral 21, LaSalle 0, Dakota West 28, Fairfield 3.
That's one of the offensive linemen that are down. But we're down to 7:47 in this third quarter. Still no score.
Nearly 5 minutes off the clock, and Cardinals haven't touched the ball yet in the second half. This is kind of the drive the East won it. Now, it will be interesting here on 3rd and short. The young man who is injured is also the center, so we'll get a new center here on the exchange on this big 3rd and short for the Hawks.
8-3-6-9-9-4-8. If you've got it, come and see us.
So the injured Lakota East player is slowly limping off the field.
You're limping that slowly. Somebody's got to pick him up.
Someone should pick him up and get him off the field.
He's still okay. He's crossing the numbers thing. He's
I
got
know
about
he's
5
hurt,
more.
but come on, young man.
You don't want him to walk it out, but yeah, I put that onto the trainers. You want him to work it out, but please. So 3rd down and 1.
We'll see here. Got a new center in for just this play.
They've gone a big formation. Brought one of the linebackers to play fullback.
Handoff Kenrick. He's gonna have enough just for the first down. He did a good job. He did a very good job. He probably didn't have enough at the pile at the point of contact, but does enough just not to run into the pile, just kind of roll, uses the
Well,
uses the pile
yeah.
to kind of stay on his feet and
And
fall forward for the first
Colerain
down.
has a player down, so we're going to call a timeout here. I believe that's your big nose tackle.
Timeout.
So that will be a first down. The ball will be spotted at the Colerain 36, 7:37 left to play in this third quarter. Still no score. You know, one thing I saw pre-game in the stats, the Lakota East has only attempted one field goal on the year. Doesn't say how long it was, but they missed it. So they haven't completed a field goal all year. So don't know if they just haven't had the situation. They don't trust their kicker.
Well, we've seen it from the Cardinals end. I don't know how. I think they've made a field goal, but I don't know they're that much better. In their
Exactly.
kicking
So they need to get probably about another 20 yards, maybe 25 to get into field goal range. I would guess to say.
But at this point, you have to think no matter what the situation is, it's going to be 4 down territory.
And that's a possibility why they haven't had any attempts. You've got a coach and you run the option. You don't get a lot of third and fourth and longs. So deep in the other team's end, trust the way your defense is working.
So you say that they haven't made a field goal as the Cardinal players, 99 is able to get up. He's limping pretty heavily as well. We don't actually have a made field goal on the year either. So their field goal kicker is 0 for 1 with 5 mixed extra points. Our kicker is 0 for 0, now 0 for 1 tonight with 5 missed extra points. So
you sure you didn't kick one in Mason?
this is the GMC stats that you printed out and gave to me.
Okay. Well,
It says 0 of 0 for 0%. 5 of 20 extra points for 15 total points. First down and 10, Thunderhawks. At the Cardinal 35. Up the middle, Eric Davis.
Hawking the ball carrier.
I've been pretty surprised how little that Davis, the fullback, has gotten any carries for this offense.
well, anytime he has, I mean, it's probably his longest carry there for 2 yards.
But he is the lead. He's tied with Kathman coming into this game in terms of yards, but he by far has the most carries.
Traditionally, the fullback in the option is your workhorse, but he's probably 3 inches shorter and possibly 40 pounds lighter than your wingback.
Wishbone now. Kathman keeps it, pitches it, just gets it off, but in some space on the edge outside, and it's a big gain for Lakota East. Number 26, Tabron Benny Powell with the biggest run of the night for the Thunderhawks.
Yeah, first time we've saw the wishbone. That kind of gives him an extra blocker out there and a nice read by Kathman. He's going to be stopped at the Colerain. What do they mark that at? The 16?
First down for Lakota East
Thunderhawks.
as they are eating up the clock here in the third quarter. They do have to hurry the line, though, because the play clock getting there quickly in the line. Handoff, Kenrick. He's got nothing much, kind of just steps around so he finds a hole that he can fall into. Cardinals doing a good job of not allowing much push up front, but Kenrick does a good job of being patient and just kind of falls forward in a slot there to get 2 yards.
Yeah, and you said earlier, Lakota East starting centers out. They got a substitution, so Colerain has lost their nose guard. So that middle of the lineup, or middle of the offensive and defensive line, who really have been battling, nothing much happening there, has got 2 backups.
I mean, honestly, the battle in this defense has really been on the edge between the blocking on the outside and the Colerain edge players. Not really much up the middle so far tonight for Lakota East as they go big. Handoff. Kathman gave it to Davis. He's still on his feet and inside the 5 and close to the goal line.
Yeah, just a quick trap there
No,
inside the guard.
that was inside veer to the short side of that formation. We saw it earlier from the Cardinals. They went to that tank formation, 4 linemen, two on the other side, and just like Colerain, they found some success here to that short side with just 2 linemen on it. So first and goal for the Thunderhawks at the 2-yard line. What a drive for them to drive, almost 80-plus yards here to start the second half. They'll get behind it, hand it off to Kenrick, and he falls into the end zone for Lakota East touchdown.
Thunderhawk touchdown.
And I don't know how many plays that's going to end up being, but that was nearly 7 minutes and over 80 yards Lakota East drives.
Yeah, and only one play there over 10 yards. That's just a methodical march down the field. So we get a look at the first time of the
Trevor Hoffman
And we're hoping to attempt the extra point.
set to kick the extra point. Snap is back, kick is up, and kick is good with 5:07 to play in the third. It's Lakota East 7, Colerain 0.
So 5:07. Over almost 3/4 of the second or the third quarter is gone already.
It's probably about 5/8.
See, I always know don't do math with you.
Actually, it's almost 7/12, if you want to be exact. Almost 7/12, not
Yeah.
quite 7/12.
Colerain has success, and they can answer back here. They have been moving the ball, but they've kind of stalled out most of the time towards the end of the drive. Simple little mistakes. Need that one big play. They had a lot of success with Flowers, but someone's going to have to step up. Colerain's going to have to get outside.
And just as Colerain has really limited the big plays from Lakota East has done the same thing. And that Lakota East drive is the first time either team has really been able. Both teams have moved the ball, but neither team has hit that big play.
Yeah, they've gotten across midfield and stalled out about the 40-yard line. Colerain did have the one field goal blocked when they got just outside the 20. Be nice to get a little spark from a big return right here.
For the Cardinals.
Be a great spot from Muddle Huddle. Also onside kick. Lakota East lines up. Trevor Hoffman set to kick off. Jason Young back deep for the Cardinals. Hoffman kicks it. It's a good kick. It'll be fielded right inside the 5-yard line by Young, and he doesn't have much space to go at all. He is tracked down. Caleb Vanahauser hits him right about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, someone should have talked to him. If he doesn't field that easily makes it into the end zone.
Tackled by Van Hooser.
You got to like his aggressiveness, but you got to be smart. But he does get out to the 12-yard line, so it's just an 8-yard difference. Plenty of room for the offense to get to work.
Nice try.
See what type of adjustments they've made from the first half to the second half.
Jennings takes it. Hands it off. Flowers, he's met at the line of scrimmage. He's going to fight for about 2 yards.
They couldn't take advantage of it. Lakota East only had 10 players on the field.
Reisner was in on the tackle.
Going to pick up 1.
Give him 2 yards. Second down, 8.
Again, it's week 6 still. No matter at home or away, these scoreboard operators have been a yard off at least every single place, every single day, or every single game this year. Just odd. 2nd and 9 after the gain of 1. Jennings has it. He's going to go speed option pitch right away. The outside Flowers has some space, and
The turf monster got him.
just tripped, did he?
Yeah.
I was looking ahead to see where you would have to go off the ice.
He had nobody inside of him, outside of him. There was a couple guys deep, wide receiver block and a safety, but there was nobody within 5-8 yards. He went to plant. His plant foot just slid out from under him.
As I'm watching that ahead of the play to see where the blocking is set up, Isaiah King had his man lined up and seen where Flowers is going to have to work inside or out, and he just loses his feet. So 3rd and 6 for the Cardinals. They need the 22-yard line. Takes it, hands off. They're going to throw. Jennings kicks it out. Amari Shannon going to take it off the flat, breaks the tackle, slips across. He had the first down, and then he picks up a little bit extra out across the 30.
Yeah, a great play. kind of made the decision on the pressure. The linebacker came up, and if he doesn't go for the quarterback probably tucks it and get it. Great just a little dump-off pass.
Yeah, I don't think Jennings is picking up the first down if he runs that himself. Shannon peels off, becomes the outlet, and there's no one there to pick him up until he's past the line to gain. Jennings takes it, hands it off up the middle, and there is nothing going for MJ Flowers.
Kyle Popper's on the tackle. Gain of 2 brings up second down 8. Ball spotted on the Cardinal 35.
They're going to give him forward progress to the 35.
Yeah, down to 3 minutes left to play in this third quarter.
Jennings again, speed option. This time he cuts it up inside, finds some space, and again, very good job by Lakota East to get off the blocks on the backside. And Jennings gets a seam, picks up about 5 yards, but a lot of other defenses, that might have been an even bigger game.
Yeah, they're overplaying Flowers a little bit. He was only a threat. I think this is going to come down to Jennings making a play on the outside as a keeper or getting it to one of his wingbacks.
The ball just short of the 40-yard line. They need the 43 for a first down. Yes, by the time the center moves the ball, it'll be at the 40-yard line. Again, speed option. Jennings tucks it, keeps it, gets it. The line to gain, cross the 45, and it's another Cardinal first down.
Decisive read on that option right there. Plants the foot and goes. He's matured a lot so far this year. A little hesitant early in the year, but I like what I saw on that play.
I talked about it with Kaithman. If the defender doesn't make a decision, that's the decision for the quarterback to keep it himself and tuck it up and get what he can, and that's enough for the first down for the Cardinals. No motion that time. Flowers spins off of the initial tackle, but a great cleanup by Harrison Buchette. He's the leading tackler tonight for the Hawks.
Yeah, he gets credit, and he finished off the tackle, but one of the defensive linemen made contact with Flowers to stop his momentum. Linebacker cleans it up.
I don't know if he necessarily he hit him, but he at least pushed the offensive lineman into
Yeah, there was no hole to run to.
So 2nd and 10, no gain on the play.
Really
Cardinals.
surprised we haven't counters or a jet sweep here.
It's going to be a jet sweep to Jason Young. Nope. Quick pass out to Jason Young, finding some space. Gets it across the 50-yard line.
I'd like to see a little bit more of that. Get your athletes out in space. Tell you what, that was a nice tackle, but he picks up almost 8 yards, 7 yards on that play.
6 yards. Got it to the 49. They'll need the 45 for a first down.
Limited possessions here. I think you're going for it if you don't get it here.
Young in motion. Handoff, fullback track. Flowers, he's hitting the backfield, falls forward.
It'll be about a yard and a half short.
It's going to be short of the 45. It'll be 4th down for the Cardinals.
Yeah. Lakota East did a great job up front. They slanted right to where the kind of counter, what was it called? That was an inside veer?
Yeah, that was just a fullback trap. You can see the quarterback spin like that, and the Cardinals are going to let the clock drain.
Wow, each team just gets one possession in that third quarter.
Cardinals so far don't even have a full possession. So after 3 quarters of play here at Colerain High School, it's the Colerain Cardinals trailing Lakota East. Lakota East Thunderhawks 7, Colerain Cardinals 0. It'll be a big 4th down there. Thought he got a little bit more based on where he landed, but they're going to say it mark it 2 yards short. Looked like he hit. Nope. Again, why'd I look at the scoreboard? The ball is at about, by the time the center picks the ball up, it'll be at the, but the ball will be at the 46. So he's about a yard short here on 4th down.
And I know we've supplied the chain crew, but they've been a little bit off of, at least from my perspective, of where the ball has been placed to where the chain crew is set up. I know that's on the side referee. He kind of places his heel on the sidelines. But Colerain's got to line up, and they've left the offense in. They're going for it. Starting this quarter off, they need 2.
They need one. A long one.
You're thinking, spoken like a true center that can gain a half
By the
yard
time
by
the ball is he positions the ball in his hand to snap it, it'll be that extra quarter to a tenth of a yard to make it a 1 yard.
He definitely needs the 45-yard line.
They're going to hand it off to Flowers. Cuts
First down.
inside and picks up the first down.
Move those chains. Flowers off the right side. Tell you what I don't like to see is Flowers is kind of getting – is that Flowers getting up slow?
A little bit of a cramp here from Flowers.
Yeah. I tell you what, you've been around long enough.
That's not Flowers.
That's not Flowers. That's
Touche. Temazin Kasey, and Kasey is one of those guys who gets asked to do everything. He's one of your starting linebackers. Some plays they'll drop down the defensive line. He's pretty much
plays tight end on offense.
Pretty much plays tight end now. Him and Drake will almost exchange depending on the situation or the play call. It seems like.
And I think your call of cramp is absolutely right. Trainer John Martini's got him stretched out there.
Oh, you can tell just by the way he was holding himself. He wasn't holding it like it was. He had his legs straight in the air.
If it's a joint, they're usually grab to that joint and roll on the side. If it's a cramp, that leg
He's almost like trying to stretch Armstrong his legs out to get it out.
But Colerain does pick up the first down. The ball will be placed just outside the 41 of Lakota East. 11:56 left to play. Lakota East leading 7-0.
I'll tell you what, the way this second half is going, Cardinals might have to score on this possession.
Yeah.
Only didn't even get a full possession there in the third quarter. Jennings takes it. Quarterback counter. He's going to try to get the edge. Cuts it up. He's limited a gain there. It's for about 3 yards.
Yeah, a little different look. What do you get, about 3 on that play?
Yep. Well, quarterback counter. I don't see that often from the Cardinals. Trying to do a little bit something different.
I'd almost like to see that little quick out pattern again.
They brought Jarman in 2 tights. Motion handoff. Flowers up the middle, still running forward. You're only going to pick about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals.
Without a doubt now in 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah. And the clock running out there. I mean, there's no guarantee the Cardinals make that field goal, but the blocked field goal and the inability to even attempt one there at the end of the half is every point is looming large now here. Cardinals got to get a play in.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's indecision or just verbiage.
We're at 5 seconds on the clock. Cardinals still scrambling to get to the line. And the Cardinals will have to call time.
They're lined up off sides. Colerain scrambling to line up, and they can't even line up right. This play got in slow. Not sure if it was indecision by the coordinator, miscommunication to his quarterback, because the quarterback comes all the way to the sideline to pick up the play.
It's in the scramble to try to beat the play clock, the Cardinals kind of adjusting their formation came across the line of scrimmage.
So a lot of substitutions here on this play.
Well, the Cardinals go from
3rd and 5 to 3rd and 10.
From a big formation back to a more spread out formation. So Jennings gets the play. Third down and 10 for the Cardinals. There you go, I formation. Jennings takes it, steps back to pass. Quick little swing out. Cutting across Shannon, going to the other side of the field, still on his feet. Breaks through one tackle, still going forward.
And a face mask going to be tacked on right there.
He needed the 31. He was going to be dependent on the spot.
It's going to be about a half yard short, but I believe one of the defenders got his hand up in the face mask. Not a personal foul, but I believe they're going to tack 5 on for an initial face mask.
And Amir Shannon took that little it was really a dump off. The Cardinals ran too deep. It wasn't there. Tried to flare out Shannon. And he catches it on the right side of the field and ends up out of bounds on the left side of the field in the Cardinal bench.
Now, it wasn't drawn up that way, but it almost turned into a tunnel screen.
Yeah.
Clear indication, face mask, Thunderhawks.
So a 5-yard face mask. And I think by the spot they gave him the 31, that would have been enough for a first down regardless.
When the referees, you got to turn around and walk the other way. Referees miscommunicating. They called it against the Thunderhawks, but he's facing the Colerain way to walk it off.
I don't think he knows where the ball is supposed to be spotted. They were so caught up in calling the penalty that they never spotted the ball.
Okay, now they've turned him around. Now it's 5 yards that way.
So we first down Cardinals at the Lakota East 24.
That was interesting.
And that's not 5 yards.
That's 7 yards. He went from the 31 to the 24.
Cardinals will take it. Just a quick handoff. Flowers gets it. Stays on his feet. Can't slip the arm tackle. He'll be tackled at the 21-yard. So even if you said he was short for the line of game, that's a 10-yard penalty. That's still not where they spotted the ball. Cardinals got 2 free yards there.
2 free yards. I'll tell you what, I've been impressed. This has been a defensive struggle, but great tackling by the Lakota East secondary and linebackers. They really haven't broken many tackles or no big plays.
It's a very good performance, I think, up front for the defensive line. And Caleb Vonnerhoser, I think that from his safety spot, has made lots of plays. There's your jet sweep. Jason Young trying to find some space. He does to the edge. He gets it across the line again, and he'll be just inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, what these long, sustained drives do, they kind of wear out a defense.
Well, they're going to mark him exactly at the 10-yard line. Jarman checks in on offense. So it'll be 1st and goal to go for the Cardinals. At the 10-yard line, so they'll have to go the full 10 on 1st and goal. Handoff, Flowers bounces outside, cuts it back inside. He won't get the touchdown, but he'll pick up about 3, maybe 4 on 1st down.
Yeah, we're down to 9:30 to play. They're going to give him to the 6.5.
Cardinals make another substitution. They'll go to their heavy formation, bring 2 linebackers in. Although I think Mayate Stanley, even though he's the smaller between him and Kasey, is the one plays more defensive tackle than linebacker. Cardinals, 2 tight ends, 1 on either side here. Heavy formation. 2nd and goal from the 6. Handoff, Flowers cuts it inside, and a good tackle again by Harrison Bouchette. MJ Flowers had this seam, but Bouchette closed it. He'll get to the 3. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Well, maybe 3.5. They'll stay in that 2 tight end formation. And in motion again, handoff, give, Flowers, met in the backfield, and he won't get it.
Yeah, they tried to go back to the same play that just picked him up 3 yards, just lost him 2 on that one. It's 4th down. You're in field goal range, but I don't think a field goal helps him out here.
It's going to be 4th and 5 for the Cardinals. Excuse me, 4th and goal from the 5.
They're going to mark
outside
the 6. Yeah.
Cardinals going for it here on 4th and goal.
See if we can get that jet sweep again.
That's the play. Jet sweep. Nope. Quick. Jason Young's going to throw it. And he can't get it off. Still trying to tackle. And Jason Young tried the halfback toss, and it just
The same play that ended the half, pretty much.
No.
Looking for a halfback pass.
it wasn't the same. That was a
Well,
reverse.
it's a different variation of the same play.
I thought it was there if he threw it to German over top, but Jason Young just can't get it off. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, but again, the Cardinals come away with no points.
It's all on the Colerain defense right now. 7:28 to play. They've got Lakota East pinned back to the their own 6-yard line, but Lakota East, their only drive in the third quarter led to the only touchdown of the game, and they ate up a lot of clock.
Well, the Cardinals ate up even more clock. Cardinals got the ball at 5:07 and another 5. They had almost 10 minutes there without any points to show. Kathman takes it, keeps it on their side. He got blasted from the backside. He'll pick up about 1.
Yeah, I don't expect Coach Haynes to do anything fancy here.
I don't know. It'd be a perfect time for Coach Haynes to slip his tight end out.
Well, not just because they won a state championship with him calling a play, but he was I was always impressed. One play setting up the next. A good play caller.
Man in motion, handoff, quarterback counter, tries to find some space. Kathman does a good job of falling forward and makes it 3rd and 5. They're at.
That almost looked like a busted play. It
No, it was a quarterback. It's the same play the Cardinals just ran. It was a quarterback
Okay.
counter.
I was just looking on the guy coming across his
Except
belly.
Coach Haynes is run that offense a little bit longer than Coach Rabe, and he knows to put a little bit more motion and wrinkle. I'm not saying he knows better. I'm saying, well, he probably does, just because it's his offense. But
Come on, defense.
he puts a little bit more motion and things on it. So
3rd down and 5. We got shotgun.
Kathman East with a big 3rd down play. Kathman takes it, rolls, trying to find some space.
Nothing.
And Temazin Chisay with a sack.
Banks and Robinson was in an tackle for the Cardinals.
So kicking from his own end zone. He loses a yard on that.
Charlie Kendrick set to punt, but
He faked it last time.
They're
I don't
not
think
gonna
he'll do
fake
it.
it
They're not
from
going to
their
do it
end zone.
here.
Jason Young deep for the Cardinals.
Young with it deep, and Hendrick gets it off. Young going to field it and fall down just inside the 40.
Had a little bit of room, but it does a good job. It doesn't let that ball hit. Kind of lost his feet, but
It's most important.
no
is-
return,
yeah.
but no bounce after that.
Yeah, that's what's most important.
40-yard line, I'll take that to start a possession anytime. 5:23 left in this fourth quarter. Lakota East clinging to a 7-0 lead.
Cardinals have had it deep in Lakota East territory twice inside the 20, would come away with no points. Blocked field goal and then turnover on downs on goal to go. Jennings takes it, pitches. Flowers with nowhere to go to the left.
He's got
The
room
left,
here this
and he's got
side.
a lot of room to the left, and blockers out in front. He's got Jennings. Shannon steps over, and MJ Flowers.
No flags?
No flags on the field. Makes a big play out of nothing. And what a block. Your other running back, Amir Shannon, and your starting sophomore quarterback get ahead of the play, and he gets down. They're going to mark him, step down at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to get lucky. They went option with Flowers out of the back of the eye. Lakota East was all over that. They had him on the pitch for about a 7-yard loss, but they over-pursued so
and
much that no one stayed home on the
That's the
backside.
one thing. They're overplaying one side so much that on a busted play like that, it opens up the backside. Shannon in motion. Step back, and there again, Jennings steps inside, and that's all Kendricks right there. Jennings had at least 6-7 yards in that play, but Charlie Kendrick, the Purdue commit, gets off of his block, and what could have been a big play for the Cardinals on that quarterback counter is held in check.
3-yard pickup on the play, second down, 7.
So a 2nd down and 7, 4:45 left to play. They can get a first down about the 4-yard line.
2nd and 7 for the Cardinals. Handoff. Flowers stays on his backside of his blockers. Falls forward. Will be just in between the 10 and the 5. Will mark him down about the 6.5. So 3rd and 4.
4? Let's call it 4.
Let's call it 5.
How about a counter?
How about just a first down?
Well, yeah, I'll take a triple reverse the pass at any time if it gets the first down.
Jarman in motion. Jennings takes it, keeps it.
First
falls
down.
Forward, and he'll pick up the first down. And that was kind of, I don't know if that was midline or just another quarterback counter, but Jennings fakes it to MJ Flowers, takes a step back, cuts up in the line of scrimmage, and picks up. I mean, he needed the 4. He's got the 4. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the 3.
Yeah.
See, in the chain gang, tell them to put it down. There you go. No, they're calling them. All right, got to get it right. But from this perspective, they're about
a half
yard, a football and a half past.
Again, we're at an angle as well, so I mean it could be a lot closer than I imagined, but it's closer than it looked. But it still should be.
I said a football and a half. It's a full football.
I mean, he's just past the chain. It's not a huge gap.
First down. Colerain Cardinals.
It is a Cardinal first down. It's not like the ball was still within
what's
the chain.
the discussion now?
Nothing. They're just making sure they get the down and distance. They got to get the chains off the field. You are so
No, I'm watching the huddle officials after they break with the chains.
They're just making sure everything is set right.
Just curious. Not that they were doing anything wrong. I just
overly analyzing the referees.
There you go.
Jennings under center. Shannon in motion. Takes it. Hands off. Flowers is in for 6.
Off right tackle. Colerain Cardinals answer back. 1 extra point away. Don't celebrate too soon. They've had their only kick tonight. It was a field goal, but it was easily blocked.
Alex Young set to kick. Snap is back. Cloak is down, and it is blocked again.
Straight up the middle of the field. 89 for the Lakota East Thunderhawks. Straight up the middle. Got it with both hands. Nothing wrong with the snap. Nothing wrong with the kick. Everything wrong with the block, and they found something. They blocked 2 kicks right up the middle. Colerain Cardinals now have really got their backs to the wall.
Full complement of timeouts.
Is it too early to try for an onside kick? You've got a lot of time in full 3 counts. I pretty much play the field position battle.
Cutright's not happy about something. He's saying that they're pushing this. They're not supposed to make contact with the long snapper. Maybe that's what he's arguing with. He's making some sort of gesture to the referee that he's not happy with whatever Lakota East did, but it doesn't matter. The penalty wasn't called, and for the second time tonight, Lakota East blocks a kick.
So we've seen the squib kick for the last couple weeks. It was kind of effective with no return again.
But here's the pivot. Do you kick it deep and try to get them a 3 and out? That way you don't have to drive as long.
With this much time, I think you trust your defense in a deep kick. Because Lakota East, I see the quarterback out there initially on the return. I believe they're going to put their hands team in.
I mean, if you pin them, if you go and get the onside kick, they can punt, and you got to drive the whole length of the field. But as opposed to if you kick it deep, trap them deep. Kendrick is not a booming punter.
Yeah.
You can get a much shorter field, and all you need is 3 points, even though they haven't been able to get a kickoff.
And their kick coverage has been good because of the squib kick. Last time they hit, it was about the 15-yard line on the last kickoff they had.
does make you wonder, with all that momentum, if the Cardinals shouldn't have gone for
Yeah,
two.
our producer Mike just kind of leaned into our ear. You guys can't hear him. And he
Or
said
you
they
can.
should have went to do for two, and I don't know.
Typically,
Less time-
typically you play for the win on
Maybe
the road.
less time on the clock. Yes, you try that, but
Or do you try it because you know you have time on the clock?
no.
If you know you have time on the clock against the team you know that can't pass, doesn't have a fast-paced offense, hasn't given a big play, I agree. I think I probably would have gone for two there.
Well, either way, you're in the same position you are now.
But
Here comes
you had you had a much better attempt at scoring points and a chance to win the game.
Kicking off for Colerain.
So Lakota East does have their hands team in. Their return guys going to set up all the way out to their 17-yard line. Just two of them back
And I'll
deep.
tell you what, it's not a bad spot.
Just kick it straight up the middle.
Still kick it deep.
And coast deep for the Thunderhawks.
They'll kick it deep right down the middle of the field, and the returner will fall immediately. So
yeah, 4
not,
seconds.
no, once it should have been only one.
Should have
because-
been instantaneous, but 4 seconds went off the clock.
Yeah, the clock shouldn't have started until the ball was fielded. It's fielded at the 20-yard line. So the Cardinals with a big possession here. A first down doesn't necessarily win it for the Hawks, but 2 first downs probably does.
Yeah. Their full complement. 3 timeouts left. Nope.
No, they have their full complement.
Yeah, okay, I was looking at the down marker there.
No, the scoreboard's wrong. They had to use that one. No, because they jumped off sides. So, yeah, they didn't use that timeout there. So, first down and 10 from their own 20 with protecting a 1-point lead. Out of the I formation, they're just going to hand it off to Kenrick, and he is tackled in the backfield by
Lovert Jarman. We haven't caught him a lot tonight. We see him pressuring the quarterback from the edge. This time he breaks from the weak side. A 1-yard loss on first down.
Cardinals will not use their timeouts here. They'll save one, at least.
Terrell
That's the
Knight
thought.
taking the tackle.
It's a fine line for Lakota East. You don't want to run a play that probably don't want to run a play with a lot of pitches, but do you trust your offense to run? You're probably not going to throw the ball because you want to force the Cardinals to do a timeout. But if there's too vanilla, the Cardinals are going to jump all over it. Back to the line of scrimmage. Kendrick in motion. There, Kathman keeps it. He pitches outside. Tayshawn Banks, the sophomore, comes up and tackles the Purdue recruit in the open field.
He's going to get one.
And they'll
No,
give him
two.
just past the original line of scrimmage, but it'll be 3rd down and 9 for Lakota East. 2:51 to play. Cardinals call their first timeout.
And you've got Lakota East where you want them, almost in a passing situation.
But this is the balance I see.
But
you have a very,
do you trust
very,
your defense
you have a
and just run the clock?
very conservative offense.
See, it's a tough play call for the
I know,
for
but
Coach Haynes.
I'm saying it's for Coach Cutright and the
It's-
defense.
yeah, it's for
because,
both of 'em.
Because Lakota East offense, Coach Haynes is very conservative to the point where no one is expecting them to pass here. If you ran a play action, no one is
He was
expecting.
very effective back in the day using the tight end.
That's what I'm saying. That no one is going to be it's way against tendency, which is why you have tendencies. But
They go shotgun formation.
you got to think they're going to try to spread it out and get Kathman get it here with some read option. Now, to your point, Kenrich is lined up at tight end. And yeah, just a quarterback draw. Kathman
Short.
No, he needed the.
It all depends on the spot. Where was the ball when he hit the ground? If he is short, he's very short. Do they go for it on 4th down?
He needed just past the 40. The ball
He is on the 40.
right at the 40, so this will be measured. Kathman did a great job. Cardinals really came down on him on a good play call. He got through there. He thought he was going to get tackled right at the line of scrimmage, but he's cut through, stayed on his feet, fell forward to make this a measurement. He's short.
He's only a half yard short, but You've got the big Purdue recruit. Yeah, I'm lining up your big boy. I'm just running straight out.
I'm lining this up.
Don't celebrate yet.
Well, no, they're trying to get the crowd pumped.
Oh, here's Colerain's going to burn up one of their timeouts.
Yeah, that's the right call. You got to preserve as much time as possible. But yeah, if I'm Rick Haynes and the Lakota East, you haven't beat Colerain.
Quarterback sneak.
You haven't beat Colerain since 1999. This is the perfect opportunity. I don't care. I'd go for it here, and this is the right call, I think, regardless of the outcome for the Cardinals. If the Cardinals stop them, I still think it was the right call by Coach Haynes for Lakota East.
Yeah. You got the quarterback sneak, but you got to think backup center, backup nose guard for Colerain.
Yeah, 99 has not come back in for the Cardinals. And it does not appear that 54, the starting center, has come back in either for the Thunderhawks. So 2:44 to play. We're in a timeout. It is fourth and
half a yard.
Half a yard, if
not even that. Half a football.
Lakota East trying to do something they haven't done since 1999, defeat your Colerain Cardinals as we come to the line of scrimmage.
The quarterback sneak with the fullback pushing him. He got it.
And he'll knife forward and fall for the first down.
That's a tough play to stop because you're going first down. Nobody moves except for the center and the quarterback. So he actually does pick almost 3 yards on that play.
Yeah, that's one where if you don't get the initial pushback, he's going to fall forward just because the way the piles are going to fall. So Kathan picks up the first down.
Well, they had it set up too, where they had the big boys behind him. If he gets stopped, he's got a little bit of assistance from behind. So Colerain really needs to strip the ball. 2:20 left to play. Only one timeout left.
They have to make something happen with their here. Short on time are the Cardinals. It's going to be a straight handoff to Kendrick, and he's going to push forward. He's not going to get the first down, but it's a big gain on first down. And the Cardinals will use their last timeout.
Yeah, kind of a difference right there. He has lined up as a fullback, but pretty much in the I formation. They had the wishbone set up, double wing formation with him at fullback, and they just feed the horse. And we're probably going to see a huge dose of that.
So they get a play here. They'll be able to run about 40 seconds off the clock. That'll get you, 120, another 40 off of the 120. Cardinals can really only hope to get the ball back with less than 20 seconds to play here. So
best case scenario.
Case scenario.
And that's given how slow the referees are kind of setting that up play to play.
A first down can seal it for Lakota East.
We've got a backup center, and we've seen one mishandled snap tonight. But you said it earlier that the Kathman, the quarterback, I think he's been the quarterback for Lakota East for 15 years. I think he
started since he's a sophomore. I swear.
He's
been there forever.
So you got a veteran behind you.
So second down and 3 from the 40. And the same play, hand to Kendrick, and he's going to get the first down, and that should do it. So with that first down, the Cardinals will just not have, with no timeouts, Lakota East will just have to snap the ball 3 times, and they should be able to run out the clock here. So 2 blocked kicks, the difference here tonight, a blocked field goal, really the missed opportunity to kick a field goal at the end of the half, and then the missed extra point. All hang over this game for the Cardinals, which, I mean, not a lot of offense either way, but I think the Cardinals, for the most part, except for the early part of the third quarter, really controlled it. But Kathman's just going to be able to take a knee here. And the Lakota East, for the first time since 1999, that was the last time not only Lakota East beat Colerain, but also the last time they beat Colerain here at Colerain High School. That year, 1999, was actually the year that last time the Cardinals lost 4 regular season games was also 1999.
Was Jason on that team?
I believe he was. So we blame him.
So 1 minute left to play.
Under a minute to play. Not much the Cardinals can do, but if anything at all. Caseyman takes another knee, and depending on how kind these referees are, yep, they'll have to snap it one more time.
That was the quickest they set the ball all night. I tell you what, yeah, evenly matched ball game. Offensively and defensively, both teams struggled to move the ball, had decent drives, but again, extra special teams. You said it, 2 block kicks.
Cardinals had 2 possessions inside the 20, didn't get points on 2 of those.
Blocked field goal, blocked extra point. Kind of some wasted time there at the half without a.
And we'll
field
say it
goal
again
attempt.
for the first time since 1999. It's official. Lakota East defeats Colerain. This time, Lakota East Thunderhawks 7, Colerain Cardinals 6. So the Cardinals will fall to 4-3 on the season. Lakota East will move to 6-1, stay undefeated in the conference. So the Cardinals will fall, and we're on the road next week. We'll be traveling out to Hamilton High School to take on the Big Blue. Colerain Cardinals will be giving you coverage here. Again, we'll be on the road, so no video, but we will be out in Hamilton next Friday as the Cardinals travel to take on the Big Blue. So for Brian Wyatt, I'm Brandon Wyatt. Thank you for listening here to Colerain Cardinal Football.